Hey everyone, welcome to Gen Z Pod.
You are on a diet for 1 month and everything goes great. Then one night you go to a dinner party, and tomorrow the diet is gone. Or maybe you wake up at 5 a.m. for 2 weeks in a row. Then one holiday you sleep in, and from the next day, no more 5 a.m. Why is it so hard to keep good habits? Is the problem motivation? Is our plan broken? Or maybe our brain and body just love to be lazy. If you ever had this problem, I promise you are not alone. For many years, psychologists and neuroscientists asked the same question. And after many studies, they found 4 big mistakes. 1 is mental, and 3 are practical. Let's see what they are. Back in 1999, 2 psychologists, David Dunning and Dunning-Kruger, made a famous experiment at Cornell University. They discovered one of the biggest self-lies of the human brain. People are not good at judging their own skills. In fact, we usually think we are better than we really are. They asked people to take tests on logic, grammar, and humor. Then they asked, so how good are you compared to others? A huge number of people said they were much better, but their test results showed the opposite. Why is this important for planning? Because it shows we need a realistic view of where we stand when a plan doesn't work. Often, this simple mistake makes us quit too early. For example, research says about 80% of people think they are better than average drivers. But of course, that's impossible. Only 50% can be above average. Crazy, right? Dunning and Kruger drew a famous chart to explain this. It is very useful if you want to replace a bad habit with a good one. Let me explain with an example. Imagine you want to study with focus every day. The first week goes amazing. You feel like a natural talent. Same with diet or waking up early. We feel like champions after a short time. So in the chart, confidence goes up while real experience is still low. You reach what they call the peak of stupidity. Here we think, wow, I'm a master already. But then reality hits. Like someone who makes 2 good trades in the stock market and thinks they are the Wolf of Wall Street, until the market slaps them in the face. At this peak, people split into 2 groups. Some stay there forever, never accepting they don't know much. Like someone who reads 2 motivational books and now thinks they can change the world in one night. Others realize they don't know enough. They fall down into the valley of despair. This feels hard and painful, but it is the start of real learning. If you continue learning, you climb the slope of enlightenment. You see that 2 weeks of waking up early will not make you a morning person. So you make flexible plans, ready for problems. Finally, after practice, you reach the Plateau of Stability. Here, you are skilled, humble, and always ready to learn more. That was mistake 1, mental. Now let's go to the 3 practical mistakes. Mistake 2, no roadmap. Imagine driving without GPS in a desert. You start strong, but soon you are lost, confused, and then you quit. Many people do this with habits. They start well, but don't know how to measure progress. We need numbers and clear metrics. For example, if you study a chapter of a book, ask, how many hours? How many days? What style? Without numbers, you will fall into optimism bias, another thinking error. We always believe tasks will take less time than reality. Experts say, at the beginning, double the time you think you need. If you plan 5 hours, prepare for 10. This protects you from disappointment. Mistake 3, no safety point. Think of mountain climbers. Every few meters, they hammer a nail into the rock and tie the rope. It takes time, but it saves their life if they fall. In habits, this is called the anchor point. Without it, one mistake kills the habit. One missed diet meal, one missed morning, and you think everything is lost. So we must build anchor points. For example, when studying a 7-chapter book, day 1, do chapter 1. Day 2, chapter 2. Day 3, Chapter 3. Day 4, Chapter 4. Day 5, Chapter 5. Day 6, Chapter 6. Day 7, Chapter 7. 3. Review 1 and 2 again. This review is your safety nail. Even if you miss later, you don't fall to 0. The same for waking up early. If your goal is 5 a.m., but your anchor point is 5:45, then after a bad day, you go back to 5:45, not 8 a.m. By the way, if you like these tips, please subscribe now before we climb higher in this video. Mistake 4. Habits need triggers. Our brain learns by connection. Habits without triggers don't last. So connect your new habit with something positive. Example, if you want to wake up earlier, reduce your wake time by 15 minutes every 2 days. And after each success, connect it to a small happy activity, like your favorite tea, music, or short walk. This method is also popular in James Clear's book, Atomic Habits. Small chains create strong routines. Now, let's talk about the scary part. Failure. One day, you will break the chain. You will not wake up early. You will skip the diet. And this is the weakest point. If you have no anchor, you quit. But with an anchor, you simply step back one level and continue. Respect the anchor, then move forward again. Finally, mistake 5, no reporting. One trick I personally use is filming myself for 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes at night. I talk about what I plan to do and what I really did. This does 2 things. During the day, I remember I must report tonight, so I stay serious. At night, I see my mistakes very clearly. And of course, avoid too much social media. Instagram shows perfect people waking up at 5 a.m., running, studying, but most of it is fake. If you compare yourself, you lose motivation. So here is the map of today's video. 1 mental error, Dunning-Kruger. 3 practical errors, no GPS, no anchor, no trigger. And the last solution, reporting. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe and leave a funny comment in English so YouTube doesn't delete your likes. Thanks a lot!